This episode of Comedy Bang Bang is brought to you by Audible, the leading provider of audio content on the internet. With Audible, you can enjoy books freely wherever you'd like and doing whatever you'd like. Download a free audiobook and a 30-day free trial by visiting audible.com/bangbang today. That's audible.com/BANG. Indie 103, Comedy Death Ray Radio. This is Scott Aukerman. I'm your host for the hour. I want to thank Soulja Boy for writing and singing our theme song. Very nice of him. I kind of wish he would have mentioned Comedy Death Ray Radio in the actual lyrics. But, you know, you don't ask an artist of the caliber of Soulja Boy to write a theme without just kind of accepting what he brings in for you. My name is Scott Aukerman. Let me explain this show a little bit. Comedy Death Ray Radio is an hour. We are going to be focusing on comedy and comedic personas. That's about all the description I have for it, really. It's going to be focusing on comedy. I will be your host for the hour, and with me today, my special co-host. You know him from MTV's Human Giant. He played the bad guy in the recent film I Love You, Man.
Bad guy? There was no bad guy.
He played a man with a different point of view than the protagonist.
I was just tan.
He played the tan guy, pardon me, in I Love You, Man. And you can see him on the Office season finale, is that correct?
Yeah.
Playing another bad guy.
Another
tan
bad guy.
or not this time?
I'm pretty pale.
Pretty pale in this one.
Yeah.
Welcome, Rob Huebel.
Thank you for having me, Scott Aukerman. This is exciting.
This is so exciting.
I just want to get straight what the show is about. So it's is the show going to be funny, or
No,
we just talk about stuff that's funny?
Yeah, the show is deadly dry.
We just explain what might be
we explain why
interpreted.
something is funny.
We're going to deconstruct.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, that's all we're really going to do. Now, I mentioned you're part of Human Giant, correct? You're 1/3 of Human Giant, or you're 1/5. I don't know how you guys divvy it up.
Yeah, I think I'm
Does
a third.
Aziz get more?
I think I'm, yeah. It's done by height, so I am 4/3. Yep, we do that show, and it's really fun. And
are you still doing the show? Number one question you got.
Yeah, people keep asking us that. I think we'll probably do some more stuff. Right now, we're just all kind of doing different things. Like,
yeah, sure.
We're working on a movie script and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's good. Everyone's doing different stuff.
Sure, that's what happens to bands all the time. They do different things.
we have solo projects.
They always get back together.
We have solo projects, and we're all getting addicted to heroin. And then
how's that going for you?
It's going. You know what? It's way easier to get addicted to heroin than I thought.
Really?
Yeah. Because what I didn't know about, what I didn't anticipate, is that it is so fun. It's like
really is.
Oh, it's like really fun.
If you're out there and you haven't tried heroin, by the way, if there's one message that we can impart to you, it's pick it up. It's a great habit to try.
We should be spreading the word about heroin. I feel like people might have already heard about it.
A little bit later, we have our special guest in the studio.
Wait,
am
I the special guest? Or?
You are my special co-host.
Oh, I'm the co-host.
Yes,
but we have a special guest.
We have a special guest.
I'm looking at him
up
right now. I see him.
He is here. Yeah, I didn't want to actually say that, but he is here from Reno 911.
Wait, am I pretending like I'm here?
You're pretending like you're not here at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll just tease. We'll just tease.
We're gonna tease you. Okay. From Reno 911.
From Reno 911.
Also from I Love You, Man.
Hey, Scott.
Yes.
Real quick timeout. We try to not say 9/11 when we say
in
Reno.
the name of the show. You
Yeah.
don't. You don't call
we
it
try to
Reno
not
9/11.
invoke the worst tragedy in the history of basically the United States. I don't know. Pearl Harbor death count, is it higher than? No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No. So what we usually say
what
is Reno 911.
Reno September 11th. Oh, it's not. Oh, you don't. I get it.
No.
I see what you're saying.
Hey, what Rob just did was exactly what we're trying.
I
not
see
to
where
do,
we're
which is-
going with this. Yeah. You
So
just
let's
skip
try to
over that.
not invoke
Right.
Osama 911. What did I just say?
Osama.
Wait, hang on a second. Reno 911 in no way related to the greatest American tragedy that ever happened.
When you
I don't
actually
think
when you created the show, did you actually think of calling it Reno Pearl Harbor?
we did, but we felt like that one was just a little bit like from Grandma's attic. It was
That's
a little
too
too
confusing.
That was
yeah.
a tragedy that was just a little too old timey.
Yeah.
Have we even finished his introduction? Do we say it's Tom Lennon?
No,
yet?
it's Tom Lennon.
Oh,
That's
it's Tom
true.
Lennon.
Yeah. Tom Lennon is here
And
a little
I'm
later.
super confused because I think I'm supposed to not.
You're not on the show right
I'm not
now.
on the show yet.
You're not on the show.
You're the
no.
special guest.
Here's
that's
what I'm
coming
gonna
out.
do.
Your
I'm
mic
gonna-
isn't even turned on. I don't know if you know that.
That's why I can't hear anything in the headphones. I'm going to just curl up in a little ball in the corner. That won't be weird.
No, that's usually
You know what I'm
what
going
we
to do?
expect.
I'm going to give myself a horse bath in the sink down the hall. do the old.
Is
Didn't
a
have a
horse
regular
bath
bath?
like just when you wash your privates? That's what that is?
That is exactly what it
It's
is.
basically you fill the sink up and then you just kind of do your pits.
You wash
I
Your
guess.
pits.
Rob.
Why do whores care about their pits?
For tips. What do you mean?
A lot of Johns like to nuzzle armpits.
Get their face in their armpit?
But you should certainly cover your.
You should
your
also
groin.
bathe your privates. Yeah,
That's
while
I
you're
think the
doing
number
it.
one
You
on the
think that's number
checklist of a
one?
horse bath.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I think number one checklist is make sure the water's warm. You don't want any
these
shocks.
Are Scott, these are whores.
These are whores we're
these
talking
are
about.
these are medieval whores.
I wonder
we're
what
talking
percentage of the listening audience right now are actually whores.
And medieval whores. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
If you're a medieval whore out there, please give us a call. 877-900-1031.
About. Okay, I'm gonna.
Wait, what's
I'm
the
gonna,
phone number? Say the 877.
877-900-1031.
I'm gonna go down
We
the
can
hall,
take calls.
wash my balls in the sink,
Please
and then
do.
I'll come back and be special.
Tom is going to be talking to us about some exciting state news, also what's going on in Reno 911 this season. So he'll be coming up a little later. Rob,
Yeah, buddy.
we're back to you. What's been going on, dude?
I like to party.
Oh yeah, that's I forgot
it's
about
Friday.
that.
I'm excited about that.
What are you doing this weekend?
I'm actually shooting that thing. I'm shooting this little thing for HBO.
HBO.com?
No, what's HBO.com?
Oh, I just assumed. It's a little website.
No, me and actually Tom, and now I feel bad because you're not in this.
Oh
Now
yeah,
I feel like
Well,
I
that's
should.
all right.
I should.
I'm not in a lot of things.
Awkward.
I wrote this. I wrote this bit that Funny or Die has given us money to shoot for HBO, and it's
Why?
like,
Why would Funny or Die give you money to shoot something for HBO?
it's a terrible idea. I don't know why they're doing that. No, I think Funny or Die is doing a bunch of half hours for,
that's
for
right.
HBO. So I'm doing like a bunch of people have been doing these little mini series. Tim and Eric did one. Sloven and Allen did one. Paul Scheer did one. Brett Gelman did one.
Oh, amazing.
A lot of people. So
Paul Scheer is incredible. That guy.
he is. And,
2/3 of Human Giant.
why is he 2/3? I'm gradually
He's so talented.
losing
He is
stake.
so
and-
talented.
I
Amazing,
literally,
that guy.
I always talk
he can
about
do
this.
anything. That guy.
Is Tom back on the show?
I'm in a little ball.
Tom
over
is
here.
actually washing his balls as he's speaking to us.
He's washing his balls in a coffee cup.
That's
It's
not.
what was available.
No, people. I always joke about this, but it always happens. You joke about me not getting recognized with the group. Like, I really,
right.
for some reason, like Paul and Aziz are
Paul and
so
Aziz-
recognizable.
they are. One
and I'm
hat-
just like the other, like white guy. That's like people
Paul-
do not know me from
If people
the show.
don't know Human Giant, there's three guys: Paul Scheer, Aziz Ansari, and Rob.
Yeah.
And Paul is a bald gentleman with a gap in his teeth. He's
Yep.
very recognizable.
Very recognizable.
Aziz
people know him
is-
from Best Week Ever. Aziz
is the only Indian man in show business.
the only Indian man with a beard and a Southern
That's
accent.
right. Other than Anoop Desai
Yep, I don't know who that is.
from American Idol.
Oh.
And Rob is just kind of
I'm just the
a
white guy.
jock-looking guy.
Why do you say I'm a jock?
Well,
looking guy?
you know, you play sports all the time.
What sports do I play?
You know, you're always talking about how many sports you're playing, and how, you love to stack them up in a day. Like I played 8 sports today.
I don't. I promise you, I don't play 8. I don't even know what sports
You get
I play.
called back. You get called back for rapist a lot, right?
I do. When I audition for things, I go out for rapist or jock. It's usually date rapist. Is what,
Oh,
Date
sorry.
rapist who
Date
dabbles
rapist number
in
one.
sports.
Yeah, actually, I did have. This is. I mean, can we just talk about anything?
Yeah,
here?
sure.
Oh,
The
well,
hour is open to us.
I had an audition that Tom. If I don't get this, I probably won't because I screw up every audition. But I auditioned for this 3D movie called Piranha 3D. It's this horror movie.
Is that a
which,
sequel to Piranha?
I don't know if it's a
20
sequel,
years old, Piranha,
a
isn't it?
reimagining of
A
Piranha?
reimagining.
but it's
sure.
in 3D, and I auditioned to play this like super douche who gets murdered by all these piranha, which I would love to get eaten in 3D by like 500 million piranha. It would be so fun.
Oh, that'd be amazing. All your guts
But
flying
I think
at people in the audience.
Yeah, but the reason I brought that up is because I think I am like a date rapist type character in that. I don't know why.
Did you get the actual role? Are you
Oh, I don't
petitioning
know
for
yet.
the role right now on the
No,
air?
I don't think they listen.
If you
to
are the
anyone.
producer of Piranha 3D,
I don't think they're listening.
they're not listening.
I mean, it seems like they'd be producing.
They can't spend all day producing
You'd be
Piranha
sup-
3D.
You'd be
can they?
surprised.
I'm going to call
I don't
my
know.
people and see why I wasn't sent in on Piranha 3D.
Yeah, what's going on,
should.
Tom?
Hell, why is Huebel going in on Piranha 3D and I'm not? This is
should.
insane.
You
Tom,
should find out.
you're in almost every movie coming out.
Here's the thing.
lately.
I actually lost out in I Love You Man to Rob Huebel.
That's
You
not
did,
true.
Yeah, that's 100%
Interesting.
true, Huebel.
We
settle this right
auditioned
now.
for the same part.
Yes.
and I would have loved to take your part. Also,
I would
your
have loved
part
to take
was
your part.
Aw.
We're also assuming people have seen this movie.
I Love You Man.
Comedy fans have probably seen it, don't you think?
Yeah, I Love You
Yeah.
Man was out.
Yeah.
It was a modest hit.
Wow, Scott.
That's not very
Hey,
nice.
thanks for the bitch slap.
It
Hey,
made
Huebel,
$68
Tom,
million.
come on the show.
Tom, you did not write I Love You Man, though, so you have no stake in it.
No, but
other
thanks
than
for the bitch slap.
you were a big part of the trailer. In fact, your part was one of the biggest jokes in the trailer. You and
I
Jason.
begged them not to put it in the trailer.
That's
in
true.
fact.
You
I
hit
said,
it out of
"Please
the
don't."
park.
Thanks,
was
buddy.
that the first time you've kissed another man on screen?
Probably not.
I feel like I've
No,
seen
the pilot
you
of Reno
kiss-
911. There's me and Ben
Yeah.
Grant make out for like 2 minutes. That's
2
why it didn't.
minutes?
Yeah, it's really long. That's why it didn't get on the air at Fox.
Oh,
Yeah.
just because of that.
Way too gay for them. Yeah.
Well, Fox's
They're-
loss
they're
is
kicking themselves
Comedy
now.
Central's
Anyway,
gain.
but Huebel, you're gonna get piranha.
I hope I.
As a guy who's lost out roles to
I hope
you,
I get
you're gonna
piranha
get
for
piranha.
The minute the show
Just
is
because
off
it's
the
in
air,
3D. I
the
just
minute the
wanted
show's
to-
off the air, I know you're making a call to your agent.
I'm texting him right now.
Block Rob Huebel. Indy 103. This is Comedy Death Ray Radio. We're on until 1 o'clock Pacific.
AM. So we're on for
Standard
13
Time.
hours.
Yes, that would be
Just
like
talking
the
about-
that would be like the Human Giant Marathon that you guys did, which was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, buddy.
24 hours on
That was
MTV.
24 hours of.
24 hours long. You guys didn't sleep.
We didn't sleep. We got really drunk when we were in commercials, and you know when you stay up that long. I don't know if you've ever stayed up for 24 hours straight, but
I believe I have. Yes.
you really start to go a little bit crazy. Like I pooped in my pants a little bit, not a lot, like not a huge thing, but like it just
A
happens.
fair amount.
It's a natural bodily thing.
Sure.
And when you don't have time to go to the bathroom because you're on
The o-
live TV,
The only available
Yep.
place is your pants.
Yep. I pooped a little bit. I peed a little bit.
Were you, wait, hey, quick time out. Just before we
Are you
gloss-
back on the show?
I've
Tom
come up out of my
rushed
pod.
back inside
Before we
the
gloss
studio.
over this, you pooped a little bit on live television?
Yeah.
Just a little
During
bit.
the actual show or in a
Was
commercial
it like
break?
those little rabbit pellet type things, or
yep,
was it like
one of those? Yep,
Oh, okay.
you can. I have the ability to switch back and forth between human or rabbit dispensaries. Like I
Yeah.
can do. I have two different modes.
What I was
different
asking
types.
was,
Yeah.
did you poop a lot in your pants?
I pooped in my hands. I pooped little pellets into my hands, and I threw it away.
You just threw it right into the dispensary.
Yeah. I don't know how we got
Interesting.
off
We're
on
getting
that.
some. Yeah, we're getting some interesting background.
Are we
going
gonna
to
play music on the
we're
show,
gonna play,
or do
in
we
fact,
talk?
let's play a song.
Wait.
And we'll come right back. Let's play the Dragon Boy Suede CD. Dragon Boy Suede, aka Howard Kramer, track 3, if we
Big
could.
fan.
Dragon Boy Suede. You can catch him at Twitter on @DragonBoySuede. You can catch all of us on Twitter. Actually, I'm at Scott Aukerman. This is at Rob Huebel, at Thomas Lennon. And this is Dragon Boy Suede with the song Buy You Clothes, Do You In 'Em, Take 'Em Back. Indy 103.
Check it out. Time to go to the mall, y'all. Come on.
From the Nordstrom to the Neiman's to the Macy's to the Saks.
I'm gonna buy you clothes, do you and take 'em back.
From the Gucci to the Barneys to the BB to the Gap.
I'm gonna buy you clothes, do you and take 'em back. Listen up, girl, I got an idea that you gotta hear. Come here, lend an ear as I explain a way we could shop all day and get real freaky. Are you ready? Okay. We go to the mall and hit the stores, buy you shoes, buy you clothes, bag 'em up and take 'em home and have ourselves a fashion show. I'll lay you down to make you moan, change outfits, make you flow. When we're done, it's back to the store to get back the dough.
From the Nordstrom to the Neiman's to the Macy's to the Saks.
I'm gonna buy you clothes, do you and take 'em back.
From the Gucci to the Barneys to the BB to the Gap.
I'm gonna buy you clothes, do you and take 'em back. Anything you want, we gonna shop until you're dropping. We won't stop until you're popping every outfit in the shop. But just remember that it's going, baby, right back where we got it. If you're thinking about keeping anything, forget about it. Gucci, Ferrucci, Prada, got you looking like a model. Getting busy in a lot of stuff that winds up costing not a penny. No, not a nickel or a dime. And although it's kinda wrong, technically it's not a crime. I'm gonna, you in Dior, I wanna, you in Vuitton, I wanna, you in Burberry, I'm ready to get it on. I wanna, you in Gabbana, I wanna, you in Bijou, I wanna, you in Valente and plenty of BCBG too. Give me one of those clothes and 2 of those with open toes, and 3 or 4 of every skirt and shirt and jacket in this store. And pick out anything you want, baby, no matter what the value. Just be careful later on that nothing rips while I plow you. I'm gonna buy you clothes, do you, and take 'em back. I'm gonna buy you clothes, do you, and take 'em back.
We're gonna have a lot of shopping bags. All of this and that. Taking it all back, yo.
Buy you clothes, do you, and take 'em back. I'm gonna buy you clothes, do you, and take 'em back.
Indie 103, Comedy Death Ray Radio. This is Scott Aukerman here with my co-hosts, Human Giants, Rob Huebel.
Thank you for having me.
Reno 911's Tom Lennon is not in the room.
He's
Not in
he's
the
not,
studio.
He's technically
He's not
not
here.
on the show yet.
He's not on the show.
Curled up in a little ball in the corner, waiting to leap out and surprise you.
Is that what impression? Is that the impression of
This is a
every
character.
voiceover?
It's a new character he's working on.
There's a voice I do anytime I'm on, do anything Indie 1031 related. Because they used to have that dude who'd go
Yeah,
like,
that guy.
Indy 193.
I think sounding bored is like the new voiceover trend.
I know. It's. I would love to sound more bored because
Yeah.
I feel like those guys.
Actually, I think
booking
you
everything.
could actually pick it up a little for
Oh,
this
really?
show.
I can pick up my
actually
energy
just-
level.
Yeah.
you
I'm really
sound a little
hungover. I'm
good.
hungover right now. You know why I'm hungover?
Why?
Because I went to this Bill Clinton event last night.
Oh, that's
for the
right. Tell us a
Clinton
little bit about
Foundation.
that.
It was really cool. You
Did you meet Slick Willie
I
himself?
did not meet him. I wanted to meet him because actually I'm a big Clinton fan.
Tricky Bill?
But I don't think he goes by Tricky
Oh,
Bill.
really?
He doesn't go by Tricky Bill.
But he's a
Tricky Bill. If you walked up and just said, Tricky Bill.
And then
yeah.
just pointed at him, double point, and then just immediately exited.
I think if you're Big Willie and you do that, it goes great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you say
Big Willie Smith could probably
I don't
walk up
know
and
if you
go,
can
"True."
say stuff like that to the president, but it is cool. So he came out. You know what you do is you paid
Now
like.
wait a minute. I think you can not say "I'm going to kill you, Bill Clinton," but you could probably go up and say "Tricky Bill."
Yeah,
and just
but
walk
he'd
away.
probably call you a name. Can I say asshole?
Yeah,
Can
sure.
we bleep that?
If you want to.
Okay, well he'd probably call you.
If
an
you
asshole.
must.
But
I'll
so
bleep it
so
live
this
with my
thing was
mouth.
like it was a big thing for the Clinton Foundation, which they do, all sorts of cool stuff. And but it was basically just a big cocktail party at the Roosevelt Hotel, and people just getting super drunk. Like I actually got way too drunk.
Nice.
And so now I'm crazy hungover. So I'm trying to pick
Well,
up my energy.
thank you
level.
so much for being here, Rob Huebel. We're going to do
I'm
a
doing
little.
you a big favor. I feel like.
We're going to do a little feature that you decide to start for Comedy Death Ray Radio.
Yeah.
We're going to have some features, some regular features, some irregular features. Comedy radio. A little bit later, Best Week Ever's Doug Benson will be calling in with his review of Wolverine, which he is currently watching.
Ooh, really?
The minute he gets out of the theater, he'll be calling our hotline.
I like that.
But here is a feature that, Rob, you wanted to start, which is on your Twitter, which is at Rob Huebel.
Yeah.
You have...
We've asked people to Twitter us their relationship
problems.
Yeah, and so but it has to be obviously 140 characters or less. So we
Yes.
don't have too much information, but we'll try to just give
We'll try to
great
solve
advice.
it, whatever we can do.
Should we give the advice in 140 characters verbally, or
I don't
no?
know
We should.
if we could really count that. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
That
not
would
some
be a
sort
pain
of
in the ass.
Rain Man.
I think it's a good idea just for difficulty. Just give
That's
yourself
true.
some rules. Whenever you give yourself some ground rules, it's always better.
Okay, if you're at home and you can jot down and transcribe everything that we say
That's a good
and just
idea.
bust us
Yeah.
if we're over 140 characters, we would appreciate it.
Okay, so
So what do we got?
these
Check
are,
the Twitter. This
oh,
is to
man.
Twitter at Rob Huebel.
Yeah, at Rob Huebel or at Scott Aukerman. I told them to Twitter you also.
That's true.
Okay, so here's the first one. This is from, what's this guy's name? Gicanta. I don't know what that means. So he says, this is the scenario. You bring a girl back to your place, no furniture, just an inflatable bed. How do you close? It's not really a relationship problem.
How do you not
Yeah.
close when the only thing there is a bed? Bro, that's the best opening ever. If I were single right now, I would get rid of my furniture and have only that.
Just an
'Cause then there's
inflatable
no
bed?
freaking option.
No,
there is
there
no
isn't.
plan B.
Yeah.
You
That's
are-
Columbus
actually
got to the
that's
New
a
World,
smart move.
He burned his ships.
Yeah.
Why? Burn all your furniture that you can't bone on.
Now,
Right.
now you
That is
technically
not a
don't have to
problem.
burn
You
it.
sound like a
No,
date. You
no,
sound like a date
no,
raper.
You, do.
You sound like a date
burn
raper.
It. If you can't bone on it, burn it.
So you're suggesting a big bonfire out in
Yes.
front of his apartment.
And
just
you show
burn
it to
all
the
those-
ladies to show them so they know.
I think this may be over 140 characters. I'm
I
not
think,
sure.
yeah,
but
yeah. So bottom line is this guy does not have a problem. It's
how
smart
can you
to do
not
that.
close? I think is the 140 character or
Dude,
less.
you win. You're already
Okay,
winning.
great. Okay, here's another one. This one is Thriller Jesus. I don't know who that is.
Hello, Thriller Jesus.
Oh, that's
I love
me.
people's
Sorry.
Twitter names. He says he accidentally set up 2 dates with 2 girls at the same place at the same time. What do I do?
You shoot it and you call it Three's Company. What do you mean?
Reimagining.
John Ritter.
You just need some dude playing wah-wah.
I don't think that was the theme of Three's Company.
It was.
John Ritter.
John Ritter. I think they yelled John Ritter in there. Oh,
That's
you know
amazing.
what? By the way, I don't mean to bring down the room, but Danny Gans died.
I almost, we shouldn't
We shouldn't
continue
talk
with
about
the
that.
show. We shouldn't continue
Whoa,
with the
whoa,
show
whoa.
without.
Danny
Should we have a moment of
Did
silence?
Danny Gans really die?
He really
Danny
did
Gans
die,
died
yeah.
this morning.
Yeah.
From what?
I don't know how he
from
died.
doing 1001 impressions.
Oh, maybe we shouldn't
It's a
make
little
jokes. I
soon.
feel like we shouldn't make jokes.
My wife was in a
about
movie with Danny Gans.
Oh, really? Which
Yeah,
one?
he's in Bull Durham, but he has a very, very minor role.
I didn't know your wife was in Bull Durham.
My wife is Millie. She gets married on the
Oh.
Pitcher's
Wait,
Mound
has
at the end
Bull
of
that's
Durham
right.
has Bull Durham already come out?
Yeah, Bull Durham is a
I miss
baseball picture.
So
There are
anyway,
still
so that's
posters
sad.
in downtown
That
LA
is really
for Bull
sad
Durham.
news. I do feel
That
like
you
we should
brought
have.
up, that you
should we have a
brought up.
moment of silence?
Yes.
I'd rather not do a moment of
Okay,
silence
great. Okay,
on the
we
show.
won't. Okay.
Wait a second. Well, don't. Okay, wow.
I know.
But,
well, let's do.
so we
can't-
Tom
so
and I will have a moment of silence. You keep talking.
You just
Okay.
jabber over
Okay,
it.
this is my moment of silence. You
You
keep
guys
talking.
go ahead. Danny Gans, rest in peace. I hope you
Okay, I'm
appreciate.
back. I'm
Oh,
totally
hello.
back. I'm
Mine
back.
was literally a moment.
Oh yeah, that was.
I hope
I
that's
actually thought
not
you guys were going to do a
being-
minute of silence.
I hope
Came
we're
on, I
not
got
being
bitch
rude.
slapped about my.
Okay, here's the
All right,
next.
let's do one
what-
more, and then we'll go to one more song.
Okay, this is from .com 9000. My boyfriend of 2 years and I are moving to separate places for grad school.
Boom.
What do I do? Wow, that's actually a big problem. That's the first real problem that we've read.
This is a legitimate problem.
Yeah, because here's what's going to happen. It's
They
not
say
going to work out. It's
They
not
say
gonna work
absence
out.
makes the heart grow fonder, and for a little while,
It
Rob, I
does.
think you're wrong. For a little while, it will work out.
It will, because you'll see her on the weekends. You
You'll
guys will
have-
get together.
oh,
and
it'll
you'll
be boner
oh
time.
God, I love you.
It'll be boner
so
time 9000.
much. I love you so much. And then
Then
there'll be some other person at your grad school.
Some will
that's-
come up. One time you'll call and somebody weird will answer the phone, or
Yep.
something weird will happen. Some kind of address book mix up.
Yep, and you won't be able to get a hold of them one weekend. Like, where
Yeah.
are they? Why aren't they
That's so
answering?
weird.
That's so weird. And what they're doing is they're having sex.
And then the
with
next
a
with
different
Raul,
person.
they're having sex with Raul.
Yeah, so that's not going to
That
work
Raul
out.
that you were
Basically,
worried about?
if you go to separate grad schools, you can count on your relationship.
Could I
falling
throw
apart.
something else out? If you go to
yeah.
grad school together, it's not going to work out.
Yeah, basically,
This is
I
not
feel
gonna
like
work
I feel like
out.
grad school is the death of your relationship.
Yeah.
That's your first.
So
problem.
kids, drop out of grad school
Quick-
if you're
quick
in it.
grad school.
If you want to.
Yeah, wow, we got a lot of good relationship things.
We really
here.
did. Keep them coming. We may come back to those a little
The
later.
thing about
I'm not
burning
sure
all
if-
your other furniture that you can't bone on is true.
I'm not
No,
sure
that
if
is
any of
true.
that was helpful advice.
No, I think it is. The furniture thing is the most important one. I
Okay.
think. Like if you got rid of all your furniture and just say, "Hey, I'm in between," or
All
I
I
just
have is
moved
this.
in.
All I have is this crazy sex harness hanging in the middle of the room.
Again-
I'm serious, man.
Is the show the radio show that we're doing right now? Is it?
Yes.
Are you guys giving advice for date rapers? I just want to be clear on the
I believe
theme
it
of
may
the
be.
show because.
No.
Advice for date. That's a brand new feature. We're gonna have that weekly. Advice for date rapers. Let's go to another song. This is Romance, Ladyboy here. Indie 103 Comedy Death Ray Radio.
Has anyone out there ever been in love? Sometimes love is confusing. It can be even more confusing when you don't know the language your lover is speaking. Here's something that happened to me whilst I was in Hong Kong on a business trip. Oftentimes my business takes me there. In the hotel bar, I met a young thing named Sally, Asian, alluring. She had 4 jobs and 3 at night. She said that she loved England and all things English, 'twas her lucky night. We walked in the streets along Mugu Pao Road. The streets were wet. Went to her flat, watched a rerun of Remington Steele with her 17 brothers and sisters. One of her brothers smirked at me, I didn't know why. Traveling from room to room, searching for a room in which to consummate our lust. Traveling from room to room, we finally found one, but I wish that we hadn't, Ladyboy. She had a willy, a sly young girl, Sally was. Ladyboy, but I thought I'll wanna do this again, so I refuse the condom. New York! Another business trip, I missed my wife and kids and I was bored, so I went down to Times Square to kill some time there. They really cleaned it up since I was last there, but there's still a porn store that sells video nasties on 49th west of Broadway. Saw this beautiful girl, Asian. I wondered what she's doing now. I asked her if she'd like to share a booth. She said no, but I'll get into the one next door. There was a clear plexiglass window betwixt our booths. She stuck her wiener through the hole. Lady boy, how did this happen to me? What are the odds? Lady boy, but I thought this will not happen again. I rejected the protection. London! Back at home, my wife and kids divorced me, but that's another song, innit? On Craigslist, I met a beautiful thing, what went by the name of Alexis. She wanted to go to the cinema. Did I mention she was Asian? I should have known something was fishy as we sat through a midnight showing of To Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. She had popcorn on her lap. She wanted me to reach into the bucket, and when I got down to the bottom of the corn, you guessed it, at the bottom of the popcorn bucket. Lady boy, how does this keep on happening to me? These Asians are so convincing with their lady boys. Thin wrists, long necks, dude looks like a lady boy. Put a flavoring on the popcorn. The boots are flavoring of an oriental lady boy. Lady boy, I love you, lady boy.
Indie 103, Comedy Death Ray Radio. This is your host, Scott Aukerman. I'm here with my co-host, Rob Huebel, and Tom Lennon is not here, has not arrived.
He's still
on his way.
in traffic. I heard he's in traffic.
In traffic. He'll be here at some point.
I can't wait till he gets here.
Oh my God, that's going to be amazing. Imagine the things he would say.
I'm sure he'll talk about the state and Reno 9/11.
Reno 9/11. Reno.
He was in
September.
17 again. Did you see? Have you seen 17 again yet?
Only 17 times.
You've seen it 17
I'm about
times?
to see it 18 again.
You should see it 18 more times.
Yeah.
You're hilarious. You're hilarious in that movie.
Come on the show and get dick slapped by Aukerman about your whole career. It is. It's called. I'm going to call this Comedy Death Ray or Bait and Switch Radio. Just like, dude, come in.
I want to see it. It's funny, right? I mean, supposedly you're really funny.
Huge. Was it last week? Was the number one?
Yeah, it was number one.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
Will it be number
we don't
one?
need to. I don't feel like we don't need to
yeah.
promote that movie.
Okay, we want them.
Because that movie's already like,
Yeah.
they're doing great.
One thing we do want to promote is Rob Huebel and Paul Scheer.
We want to promote the Star Trek movie.
Yes, Star Trek.
Yeah.
You guys are.
Yeah, because that needs marketing behind. No, that's going to be huge. Yeah, Paul
you guys
Scheer
are
and
doing
I.
a screening of that coming up Tuesday, which people can win tickets for. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
Paul and I have a bunch of tickets to give away to this big Star Trek screening here in Hollywood at the ArcLight Theater. It's Tuesday night. I think it's like at 7 or 7:30. We'll figure that out. But so Paul and I are just presenting the movie, which I'm not sure
how. Have you seen it yet?
No, I'm so psyched. I was talking to Patton Oswalt about it, and he saw it and said it's awesome. It's like I was going to say crazy, but it's supposed to be unbelievable.
It's too crazy to be crazy.
Yeah. So what Paul and I and yourself, I think what we should do is have, because you're coming to the screening, right?
I hope to. I
Yeah,
mean, that
you'll
will
be
be
there.
at the
It is.
same time
It is
as
up
Comedy
against
Death
a
Ray.
show called Comedy Death Ray.
Comedy Death Ray Radio is based on a live show I do, Comedy Death Ray, every Tuesday with my co-creator and co-curator, BJ Porter. We do it every week. It's a comedy show at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater.
Well, guess what? You're not going to have a crowd because of our Star Trek screening.
Okay, that's
jerk.
fine by me.
But so what we wanted to do was have people Twitter us twit pics of them dressed up as like Star Trek nerds, like so if you
Dressed up as Star Trek nerds or Star Trek characters?
Yeah,
or
Star Trek
nerds
or
dressed as Star Trek
okay, let's
characters.
assume that they're already nerds. So just dressed up as something Star Trek related.
Okay.
And so basically just take a picture of yourself and then tweet it to @Rob Huebel or @Paul Scheer or @Scott Aukerman.
Thank
and
you.
we'll,
I'm going to get a bunch of crazy pictures now.
You'll get some nude pictures of girls with like, Klingon
I'll take-
faces on their boobs.
I'll take if there's the green ladies.
Yeah.
You can send those to
Send
@Thomas
those
Lennon.
to @Thomas Lennon.
But only the green lady. Only
Green
that.
ladies. But yeah,
that
so
was the Three's Company theme, as I recall.
Green ladies.
John Ritter.
But yeah, so tweet us your twit pics of you,
And then
we'll
pick the best
we'll pick
ones?
the best ones, and then we'll post all those, and then we'll give away tickets to Star Trek.
And now this is a big screen. Are you giving out
It's
all
huge.
the tickets yourself?
No. I think a lot of radio stations are doing stuff.
Okay.
We have a bunch though to give away, so it'll be really cool.
That'll be amazing. That is going on Tuesday at the ArcLight. Also Tuesday is Comedy Death Ray, which this week has our guests Jimmy Pardo, Maria Bamford, Saturday Night Live's Jerry Minor. He was also the neighbor in Lucky Louie. Tickets for that are on sale at ucbtheater.com right now for Tuesday.
That is always a good show.
That's always a
I
great
will
show.
say.
It's the best
It's
show.
intimidatingly great. I
It's
would say.
fantastic. This week we had Patton Oswalt and Kevin Nealon. They were both really good. Kevin
Yeah.
Nealon will be a guest here in a few weeks. I want to hype that. Also, Weird Al Yankovic will be a guest here in a few weeks, which is very exciting. Next
Who is
week,
actually the nicest person in
He is so
the
nice.
world.
Weird Al is my only friend I have. He's the least weird of all of my friends.
I met him through you, and
Yeah, well, he's a big. He
I was
loves
like
a human
so
guy, I don't know.
nervous. I was
Yeah.
so nervous to meet him, and he's just like the nicest guy.
He's super nice. A big influence upon me when I was a young man.
Yeah.
We should talk about now, Rob.
What
you
we did
and-
over the weekend.
Yeah, what we did last weekend.
We had a big weekend.
It was amazing. Now this was Saturday.
Saturday we decided to go to Weirdo Land and just make it as weird as we could. The whole day.
The whole day.
The first thing we did, we went to a super depressing Back to the Future convention in Burbank.
Now you
at
you
the
may-
Burbank Marriott.
You may
No
be saying,
way.
how does
Yeah.
the movie Back to the Future really anchor a whole convention?
Well, it doesn't. That's the thing. If you can't get the main people to show up,
How many Marty McFlys?
oh,
The
lots
denim
of
on
them.
denim.
A lot of
All
them.
wearing the denim,
The
all
denim
wearing
on
the
denim.
life
Yeah.
jacket,
With the
looking
vest,
so-
So many of those people. But
orangey vest.
also, in addition
God,
to
I feel like I'm a great Marty McFly.
You
would
should.
be.
I'm a
you should
great,
show up.
I'm a great creepy older Marty McFly for one
Yeah.
of these things.
They had all the DeLoreans. You could have taken a picture looking at your
Nice.
watch.
Yeah.
We did. We
There's
took
so
several
many
pictures
people
like
there with their DeLoreans. That
Who from
you-
the picture? Who from
Okay,
the
that's a
actual
great-
picture?
I think
Christopher Lloyd was
Christopher
there.
Lloyd
Oh,
was there.
come
Taya
on,
Leone
man.
was there.
And
Tay Leone involved in the picture.
Wait, Taya Leone.
Taya
Who am I-
Leone.
Who am I talking
No,
about?
no, you're thinking
Leia
of
Thompson.
Leia Thompson.
yeah,
Why am I
Taya
saying
Leone was there.
Very weird. She was there.
But so I think what happened was what they do is they don't have enough celebrities there from the movie to make it.
Well,
a
if
thing.
you consider Christopher
So-
Lloyd and Leia Thompson not enough.
Well,
If you
no,
consider
no-
Doc Brown and Mom.
No, they are, but they have to fill up a huge convention center, so they invite all these other quote unquote
Sci-fi stars.
celebrities to come and just do signings. So it's like
Like the guy who invented the actual
like
DeLorean.
Well, yeah, but no,
name-
like
I believe his name is John
Rip
DeLorean.
Taylor,
DeLorean, yeah.
like Rip Taylor was there, and the
Just throwing
guys,
confetti around and
yeah,
stuff.
the bad guys from Superman 2, they were there.
Well,
Fairuza
the
Balk
woman,
was
Biff
there.
was there, isn't? What about Biff?
Biff was not there.
No, he was not there.
I can't turn in my homework with your handwriting. Was not there.
You
was
know
not there.
who was there was one of the girls who was in the hot tub in Back to the Future 2 with
Two.
Biff.
Yeah.
has no line.
It was, but the great thing was this thing was so
Seriously?
depressing.
Does she have a still up so you know that it's
Yeah,
her?
well, that's
So
what
you
they
know
do
it's-
is they have a little table and they put up a still of them,
Right.
their little thing, and then what they do is to lure you over, they put little bowls of candy on their table. They really do to like lure you over because they want you to pay for a headshot, a signed
That's
yeah,
headshot.
basically
of
what
course.
they're
I've been
doing.
to Comic-Con.
It's
got-
depressing though, man. Like I was feeling great that day, and when I left, I thought about killing myself. I thought about funny ways to kill myself.
Right.
I
And
got
then I didn't.
into,
I
Were
didn't do
the
it.
dudes who had originally bought, who were supposed to get the plutonium, were they there?
Those
the
guys.
the Libyan
Yeah.
people.
No,
yeah,
I
you
don't
know
think
what
they
I'm
were there.
talking about,
They're-
Scott.
I don't think they were
The
there.
Libyans were not there.
They were
Libyans
not
were not there.
So,
Oh.
so that was the first
Wow.
part of the day.
That was
Okay.
the first part, and I got into a little trouble because I took an unauthorized picture of Rip Taylor.
He didn't like
Because
that at all.
Was there
I
a big
thought it
Calvin
was-
Klein booth set up?
Calvin Klein was not there.
I thought it was hilarious that when I approached Rip Taylor, there was a man in a denim embroidered Super Friends jacket talking to Rip Taylor. So I thought I would take a picture of the both of them, and I snapped it, and Rip Taylor flew into a rage.
Did not go over well.
He practically jumped across the table at me and
Yeah.
batted the camera.
Well, that's
out
how
of
they
my
make
hand.
their money, man. Like if now that you have that picture, I mean, you don't bring food to a restaurant. You
No.
can't just do stuff like
Sometimes you
that.
bring food
well,
to a
some,
restaurant.
if it's a bring your own food restaurant.
Sure,
yeah.
we should open one of those.
You
by
also,
the
by the way, don't bring Rip Taylor to a restaurant.
You should not bring. Don't ever bring him to a restaurant.
Do not.
He will clean you
We
out.
did a bit with him on Viva Variety called Las Vegas on 75 cents a day. So it was about like we went around. It was Mike Black and Rip Taylor going around like eating room service stuff off the ground, like people had left out, and then getting rides from cops because you're acting like you're super drunk and stuff.
That's a great
idea.
idea.
And Rip Taylor was a very good sport.
That should be a TV show.
This before I knew that he was going to swat the camera out of my friend's hand.
He was a very nice man. He actually
other than leaping like a monster and swatting the camera out of your hand.
Maybe that's overstating it a little bit.
I think but then you did pay for a picture, and then
I didn't pay for a picture. I said I don't have the money for a picture, so he said, "Well, buy a luggage tag."
Oh yes.
And I said, "Well, how much is a luggage tag?" He said $1, and then I felt really bad. So I said, "I'll give you $5. I'll give you $5 for a luggage tag." And then he gave me a lollipop in the shape of his mustache.
Yeah, it's a white chocolate. It's a white chocolate mustache that looks like Rip Taylor's mustache. Can you imagine like a more
white chocolate mustache? Yeah. That's the worst Prince song ever.
white chocolate mustache. Like he's giving that out. Rip Taylor's giving that out to children. It's like
it was, and then he asked me to sit on his mustache. It was very, very strange.
Yeah. So then the second half of the day, that was just till noon.
This is just brunch time.
So then we got into our DeLoreans and we hightailed it over to the Michael Jackson auction.
Now, a lot of people don't know about this.
Was this up at Neverland, or where was it? Neverland's closed.
This is all of Neverland's stuff, and an auction house in Beverly Hills was going to auction all of this stuff, and they were having showings of it.
Yeah, so you could see all the stuff before you bid on it.
Did you get a credit check before you went in? Was it one of those fancy ones, or was it any comer?
It was any comer.
Anybody. You paid $20 to get in. But what happened was he booked this like world tour or some big gig, so now he doesn't need the money, so he's not. So the auction's not going to happen. So it was ending. It was like they're going to send it all back to Neverland. So we went there to see all this stuff
before it goes back. Right.
Yeah.
So there's all this stuff in the Michael Jackson auction place, and you have to assume that there's probably sperm on all of it.
Well, we did not have a black light.
You didn't bring the black light.
We should have brought a black light but it would have been but I mean there were like statues from the yard. I'm sure they had sperm on them. Yeah, I'm sure they did.
We took a lot of fun pictures of this, by the way. They're all on
statues from the yard.
Yeah, like yard ornaments.
Yeah, and they're all of children.
It's all of children. It's like children doing handstands and children like pulling down each other's pants and like really like crazy.
Seriously?
Yeah, like children kissing each other. It was crazy.
There's other stuff like he has a huge diorama of the Pinocchio scene where the blue fairy comes and brings Pinocchio to life, and in it he made Disney put a revolving thing of him doing the moonwalk through.
So it's this beautiful animatronic scene from Pinocchio, and then in the background he's moonwalking through this famous. It's like, what is that?
It's
I have
amazing.
no idea.
We have a lot of pictures of this up on my blog, which is scottaukerman.tumblr.com.
This is a real plug fest.
I know. You can see Rob shirtless next to a Michael Jackson statue.
No one wants to see that.
Do we know that they're not actual children that have been preserved somehow?
He might have magical powers.
I'm just asking. I feel like it's worth checking. I'm no scientist.
My description of it was like, it really was like the weirdest collection of stuff, because a lot of it was just like, what is this?
It was like out of the Tudors almost, you know?
They had all
these
pictures of the Mona Lisa wearing the Michael Jackson glasses and glitter glove, like just weirdo stuff, like artwork from Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Finger painting by
finger paintings by Macaulay Culkin.
Awesome thing, which was a finger painting by Macaulay Culkin from 1991, and then right above it is a finger painting by Michael Jackson from 1996.
So he looked at the finger one day and was like, "Oh, that inspires me. I'm going to do a finger painting." Yeah, like 8 years later.
Right. I have what I have. You've both been to my place. I've got a bunch of little cherub boys in the Lieutenant Dangle shorts.
I don't think you should be talking about that.
And they're all whizzing on each other. And like, it's like, you've seen it. It's like that fountain.
Yeah, it's the most upsetting thing.
It's called Baby Dangles.
It's in his front yard. It's all these statues of children urinating on each other. And they're wearing short shorts.
They're wearing shorts.
Yeah, it's so upsetting.
But mine's like, that's ironic.
It's not ironic.
Yeah, it is, Rob.
It's caused several car accidents. People drive by and they're like, what the?
If you know where I live, you definitely know where I live when you see the little boys out there.
Look for it.
How many pairs of Lieutenant Dangle shorts do you have, by the way? It seems like you have a lot of them.
I have a lot. I actually gotten some trouble about that because I've auctioned off too many pairs. Well, no, only I got in trouble from Liz who bought that really expensive
pair.
The one that we
auctioned off.
Because then I auctioned another one off for charity that went for way less than that.
Oh, and she
have you ever gotten like a yeast infection from those pants? Like those pants seem really tight.
Can a man get a yeast infection, Rob?
Oh, I don't even know. I mean, I got something going on.
Someone Twitter us if
I got something going on.
Put enough yeast in a pair of shorts and anyone will get a yeast infection.
I assume. Here, take a look at this. Is this? Look at this. Is that a yeast infection?
Yeah.
What is going on with my...
Yeah, that's something's up.
Yeah, something's going on, right?
Something's
Look at
definitely-
that. Like, what is this?
I'm just putting a huge
I have no idea.
asterisk next to this because I don't know what that is, but it's definitely an asterisk or a question
Are we
mark.
allowed to show our genitalia on the radio?
Yes, we are. Yes.
Okay.
Please do.
Because I don't even know. Like, what is this? This is so like something is
you
happening.
can actually rub your genitalia against the microphone if you
I don't
if you
wanna do
wish.
that.
Let's go to a song. Let's do a Cracked Out, track number 3. This is Indie 103. This is Comedy Death Ray Radio.
Who's in Cracked Out? Brett
Cracked Out,
Gelman?
This is Brett Gelman and John Daly.
John Daly.
We're going to come back. We're going to talk to Tom a little bit about the state. Big state news has come up. Also, Doug Benson should be calling us at any minute from, I believe, Colorado or Texas with his Wolverine review.
I hear it's good.
This is Cracked Out on Indie 103, Comedy Death Ray Radio. Indie 103, Comedy Death Ray Radio. That is Cracked Out.
Brett Gelman, John Daly. They just counted.
Counting.
They counted.
They rap count the entire song.
They did that live on the Human Giant Marathon.
That was amazing.
And I was already exhausted, like I'd been up for 20 hours, and they did that. I almost started
your pants?
crying. Like
It brought you back to life again.
It was so.
It was
it's just, to me, it's hilarious. It's
Yeah.
just stupid. It's so.
That's
They're
amazing.
counting.
You can see them crackedout.com maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Not sure where they are. At Brett Gelman on Twitter, I know, if you want to hear more of that. So we have in the studio with us, this is Comedy Death Ray Radio on Indie 103. We have in the studio my co-host, Human Giants Rob Huebel, but we also have our special guest.
When is he going to get here?
When is he here?
Hey guys, sorry about
Hey,
that.
man.
405
Hey, what's up, Tom
405 was
Lennon?
insane.
Oh,
man.
you're on the 405?
Yeah,
Oh,
coming
wow.
in from.
Is that a highway? What is that?
Yeah, coming in from Laguna Poncho.
I love your,
Where,
your
me and
mansion in Laguna.
You'd have been down at the mansion in Laguna. It's got all the dangles, little baby dangles whizzing on each other in the front yard.
This
I've been
is,
down there.
I can't believe you're going to promote the fact that you have that. Like, you're going to get arrested.
You're going to get shut down. Can you
Why?
actually shut down a house?
Yeah, for a bunch of little baby cherubs whizzing on each other.
Little kids urinating on each other.
Well, the
This
weird
is,
thing is that they're acting like they're not having fun.
They're crying.
facial
The statues, they look like they're
facial
crying.
Expressions are all
Yeah.
very upset.
Yeah.
This is Reno 911's Tom Lennon, who plays Lieutenant Dangle. You also started, basically the sketch show that you started in was called The State. That was on MTV, similarly to Rob's.
Thank you for mentioning that.
Thank you for mentioning. And I know actually the Human Giant tried to show a bunch of State when you did the 24-hour, but then they gave you some grief about the music clearances.
Yeah, they had.
There's always
yeah.
been grief about the State.
But we're
Well,
big
and
fans. We're big fans of your guys' show.
Yeah.
Like people were always asking us like what other comedy shows we liked, and we always tried to say like Mr. Show and so many other great comedy shows, Ben Stiller Show, and your show is so funny too.
Yeah, but there's you talk about the music clearances, and that actually leads us into the big State news, which was announced this week.
The State DVD is actually coming out. Every single episode.
Hold
It's
on.
July
It's
14th.
It's coming out when?
July 14th.
July 14th.
No,
How
Bastille
No.
Day.
July 14th.
Bastille Day.
That's going to be huge.
That's
going to
be huge.
It's going to be insane. Don't
Yeah.
go anywhere
go-
near the Bastille.
I believe they're going
on
to
that
cancel
day.
No,
Bastille
it's going to
Day.
get burned down.
Yeah.
They're going to cancel Bastille Day in order just to promote that, I think.
Throw away any furniture you can't bone on.
So
on
wait,
July
is
14th.
this what's on the DVD? It's all of
Every
your
episode?
every single
how many
episode.
episodes did you do?
Here's the shocker.
Mm-hmm.
Is there are only 26, I believe,
You're
episodes
kidding.
of the State.
26 half hours.
26 half hours.
Wow.
I mean, because it's weird, because there's 39 Viva Variety. People think Viva Variety was a culty show, but
Oh,
we did
yeah,
way
no,
more
you did way
Vivas
more of those.
than
That's
we did the
interesting.
State.
That was an easier show to do though, because there was a lot of in the studio stuff. Right?
It was all in the studio.
But
Yeah.
State is hard because it's like
The State was hard, and the State was, it was a very intense bunch of personalities. We would fight a lot.
There were like
For those
40. How many members of the State
There
were
are
there?
44 members of the State.
That's a lot for a comedy
Well, that's
group.
weird because there's 30 of those are Ken Marino.
Wow.
So it actually was, there's 11 of us.
Ken Marino takes 30/44 of the State.
He takes up 30.
I'm sure there's
of
a
the
way to
room.
get the lower common denominator in there, but
No, but we
the problem, Tom, has been always that you
Music
couldn't release it
clearances.
on DVD because MTV at the time could use any song that
that
they
is
showed a
exactly
video of.
true. If they had a video for it, you could absolutely use it in any
They
way.
signed an agreement
Yep.
with all the record companies that
Yep.
they could use any
Anything.
song on any program.
And this was the time when MTV used to play a lot of videos, sort of still.
Seemed like a
and
good idea, and
seemed
then
like
it
a good
screwed
idea.
you guys up.
So
It boned us
basically,
really
your
bad.
show is filled with popular songs like
Every
"Everybody
single thing.
Hurts."
Great call from the time, exactly right. No, but it does have
the
like
most
those songs
popular song of the
Right.
era.
Here's another one, Cannonball, which actually was a real problem.
Sure.
There we
So,
go.
so these are
Now you can't. Now we can never release
John
this
Ritter,
radio
John
show.
Ritter, John Ritter, John Ritter.
So your show is filled with those types of songs, which
Yeah.
has been the problem of releasing it on DVD.
It's been rescored.
Scott, you're
for the
really
most
hung
part,
up on
or
this
cleared.
music clearance issue.
Well, that's what held
what's
us up.
been-
So it is coming out, and I will say there's a lot of interesting stuff on it.
Are there Easter eggs to which people can masturbate?
There are Easter.
Well, now
probably.
wait a minute. Why do people
There's a lot of
masturbate?
young Carrie Kenny, which
Hold on.
was
Why
pretty
are people
hot.
Why are people masturbating to Easter eggs and DVDs? In
Well,
your, in
like
your house?
on the Human Giant DVD, we hid all these secret things where if you go and
Secret
you find
porno
these
stuff.
things, yeah, secret porno stuff, and
Secret
then you can
porno
masturbate
stuff.
to it.
Oh,
And you can,
that's
and let me say this: you can masturbate to it for free.
Right.
I mean, once you buy the DVD,
Once-
you spend
well,
money
wait
on the
a second.
DVD.
I've spent $19.95
Yeah,
before I get to masturbate for free.
Yeah, exactly. You spend $19.95, and then
I'm
you take
all
the
in.
DVD.
At the point
and then
that I'm masturbating to the Easter eggs on the Human
You know
Giant
it's
DVD,
totally free.
First off, I'm taking real stock in my life if I'm masturbating to the extras on the Human Giant DVD.
I think that's how porn sites should advertise.
Right.
Like masturbate for free once you pay us.
Once you've paid,
Yes.
and then there's a little asterisk.
Yeah.
No, so the State's finally coming out. There's also I know that every single episode has commentary on it, which is cool.
Wait, you guys got all for
We
real
sat in
11
a room.
people?
We
Everybody?
divided them up, so you'll usually get like 4
Is everyone
or 5.
still alive? Did anyone die yet?
No one has died yet.
That was a real
despite-
gamble on my part. I
Now, a
thought
lot
I thought for a second, oh no, what if someone
No.
got hit
A
by
lot
it?
of
No.
people don't remember the State.
No, and
because
Kevin
it was a
Allison
while
once
ago.
told me that he did cocaine that he found on the floor of a porno theater.
Oh, he should be dead.
Oh my God.
But still alive.
Wow.
Still alive.
a lot
I don't
Alive-
know.
alive
I'm sure
and well.
I'm sure he's so pissed at you
Alive
for
and
mentioning
well.
that. On
Oh
the
no,
radio.
no, he
A
come
lot-
on. That's
a lot-
internet radio, by the way.
A lot of people don't remember the State.
I would never mention that on the radio.
A lot of people don't remember who was in the State. Just say some of the people who were in
Oh,
the
that's
State.
gonna-
because
they're
they're
all-
all-
This is going to take up the rest of the
That's
show.
true.
Oh
But
my
they're-
God.
They're all doing amazing things. There's Michael Ian Black.
Michael
there's
Ian
Michael
Black,
Showalter.
David Wayne,
David Wayne, all of Stella.
All of Stella was in it.
Most of Reno 911.
'cause
Robert
Joe-
Ben-Durant,
Joe
Carrie
Latruglio
Kenny,
is now on
Joe
it.
Latruglio, Todd Hallbeck, Kevin Allison, myself. Did
It
I
was
say
an
Carrie
ama-
Kenny?
an amazing
Are there any
group,
black
yeah.
people?
There were no black people. The closest we had was Michael Ian Black.
Why aren't there any
who's
black
technically
people?
a Jew.
Why aren't there any black people
That's
on
true.
the show?
You know, we were asked
That's a
that
good
many,
Look at Human
many
Giant.
times.
Look at Human Giant.
You
we're,
have-
we're
you have an
ethnically
Indian guy.
diverse.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
you have to be
How,
in
what do you
this
mean
day
you're
and age.
ethnically diverse? But
Well,
you have
one of
you have
the
the
guys-
whitest Indian guy I've ever met in my entire
hold
life.
on. He's got a beard.
Okay.
He's not. You know, he would be upset if you said you're a white dude. Like he's.
No, Aziz is like there are people from more far afield than South Carolina, North Carolina.
I agree.
Yeah.
He's from
That's
South
true.
Carolina. I'm
South
from South
Carolina.
Carolina. We're both from South Carolina.
Are you? Is that why you guys started a comedy group together?
Yeah, we decided we're both from South Carolina. Let's start this.
So the big State news coming
Big
out
State
July
news,
14th.
Bastille
That's
Day.
amazing.
Don't go
Bastille
anywhere near the
Day.
Bastille on that day. It's going to
It's
be
a really
bananas.
fantastic show. If people haven't seen it, I mean, it hasn't been around. It hasn't been
Here's the-
available
that's
for
the weird,
since the mid '90s.
There's a weird thing about it, which is like I'm sort of happy that the State's coming out on
Mm-hmm.
DVD. I also have always loved the fact that you couldn't get
You
it.
couldn't get it.
Like to me, it was always like kind of cool.
Wait,
that
I
it's
don't
like
get that.
either
Why would
knew
you?
it?
Why would you like that? Oh, because
Well,
you want
just either you knew the
hardcore
State or you
fans.
didn't.
Yeah, like you
It's
want
like-
people to really.
I love
know
that you guys are finally releasing it on DVD as soon as DVDs are going by the wayside. Like
Of
you're
course.
just getting
Exactly.
right
what's the
under
new-
wire.
what's-
and I
what's the
brought
new
today
format?
album.
MP4s.
Oh.
It's just a file.
Yeah,
you just get files.
You're gonna
Yeah.
put DVD like you're just gonna download content to your contact lenses. And that's how you watch movies.
It's just
Yeah.
It's just in your brain.
Yeah.
I brought the State album, which was also never released, and this you can never get. Although so many of the tracks are so filthy. I don't know if
when
we
did
can play
you when
any
did
of
you
them.
record it?
We went down to Nassau in the Bahamas.
NASA.
Yeah,
Really? You
Nassau.
were going to record it in space.
Nassau,
What do you say?
NASSAU. We went down to like where U2 records. This is when the state was like, this is YouTube. Grandpa was a band.
The band YouTube.
The band YouTube. We went down and got drunk for about 3 weeks in the Bahamas. And
you guys
recorded an album that was unreleasable.
You blew all the money, I think.
Blew the money
on going to the Bahamas.
Is that where Kevin Allison did cocaine off the floor of a
No,
porn?
I believe that was in Manhattan.
Wow.
But yeah, we blew all the money. We recorded an album that we gave to Warner Brothers, and by the time we gave it to Warner Brothers, we had been canceled off of CBS. So they
because you had to deal with CBS for a while to do a series of specials.
We had to do a series of specials. They canceled us after one. And I should also point out, we were in New York, and we got canceled by CBS in LA at 9 a.m., which means they got up at 6 a.m.
Wow.
Specially just to call us in New York to make sure we knew that we were canceled.
Well, that's good.
Just so we didn't
good. They're organized.
Yeah.
Just
I think that's a good way to do it.
They were so excited to cancel us.
You were aggressively canceled. You weren't even canceled. You were like, fuck you.
No, it was
like,
literally
get
like
the fuck off.
It was literally like this brick in our face. It was like this
real
brick in our face.
Yeah.
So we have the state album here. Can we play
Yeah,
anything? I don't
you know
know.
what? You guys
Is
chat
there
for a second
anything?
while I scan for something that's
So Scott, let me ask you this: while he's doing that, is Doug Benson going to call in for real?
Yeah, is Doug Benson calling? Has he called in yet?
He's gonna review Wolverine.
Do we have any callers, by the way? 877-900-1031, 877-900-1031. Are there any callers?
What's
Anyone
the
want
number
to talk to
again?
us? 877-900-1031.
Okay, while we're waiting for that, can I do a quick review of the movie Obsessed?
Let's do it.
Because I saw that. Okay. I saw that movie, Obsessed. It is awesome. If you like, I don't want to give
Obsessed
it away.
is Beyonce.
Yeah, Idris
Larder.
Elba. Idris Elba is Ali. You know, he gets stalked by Ali Larder, and if you like to watch, I don't want to give it away, but Beyonce lose her shit and go crazy and beat up other girls that are blonde.
Only other girls.
Yeah. If you want to see Beyonce beat up white girls, then go see this movie.
That is, that's got to be someone's fantasy.
I'm excited. It was so fun to watch that. You know what I wish? I wish that we could have seen it in those D-box seats. Remember?
Oh,
when
yeah.
We
now,
went to,
Rob and I and Paul Scheer and a bunch of other, Jason Wollner, I believe, was there. Was he there?
Yeah,
he was.
Jason
And Brett
was there.
Gelman. We all went to see Fast and Furious. Not The Fast and the Furious, but Fast and Furious.
In the D-box seats. And people don't know what that is.
People don't know what it is. Let me explain. D-box is basically vibrating seats. They have them in 2 theaters in the country, Mann's Chinese 6, and
somewhere
also somewhere in
Phoenix,
Arizona.
yeah.
And we were the first people to ever sit in these seats.
Yeah,
we saw
got
the midnight show of Fast and Furious on a Thursday night, and we were the first crowd to ever sit in the D-box seats, which vibrate the entire time.
But it's not like just vague vibrating. It's computer. It was
it's
awesome.
Computer program. They
it was
lift
so
you up.
Yeah, you're swerving
They
around.
swerve you around.
Yeah, like again, like if I feel like that those seats could be used for masturbation. Also, that's a whole other show we should talk about.
Everything. Yeah. Well, why does everything have to do with
But the
everything?
D-box seats were so fun, and but the crazy thing was that there was only this one row. So
only
the rest
one
of
row
the
in
theater,
yeah.
the
They
rest
say
of the theater.
eventually they're going to replace all the seats with D-box
Oh, I can't
seats.
wait
But
because
we were the first ones, and we were live twittering during it.
Yeah, people got mad about that later, but I don't know if you're supposed to Twitter in movies, but
oh yeah, we do. In fact, next week we're going to have a little information about our next live Twitter during a movie.
You guys just live
called
tweeted
Twitflix.
Yeah, and you guys did Crank 2.
We did Crank 2.
I was going to go. I went to the wrong movie. I went to Hannah Montana.
And you were live twittering.
I was live twittering during Hannah Montana. And
Yeah.
the thing is, I thought there was going to be more nudity. I did not know that they don't get naked in that movie. So
we call that Twitflix, which is if you follow us, Rob is at Rob Huebel.
the whole thing. This whole show is just to promote your Twitter.
You have to reset all the time.
Oh,
on
okay,
radio.
yeah, there's
so,
new listeners.
This is Indie 103 Comedy Death Ray.
Yep, I'm Scott Aukerman,
and I'm at Scott Aukerman. This is at Rob Huebel if you're on Twitter, and we're going to be twittering a movie next week. I believe we're going to have information about it next week. My guest will be Aziz Ansari. From Parks and Recreation.
He's going to be here on the show.
He'll be here on the show. I believe he's going to co-host, which is what you're doing, which is basically what all of us are doing right now is co-hosting. We're sort of passing the hosting duties. Has Doug Benson called in yet? He just called in. Okay, so that one CD that I had, track 2 is his intro music.
He's going to be so high. This is not going to make sense.
It's the middle of the afternoon.
It doesn't matter. It's Doug Benson.
True. It is Doug Benson.
This is at Doug Benson.
This is at Doug Benson. He's from Best Week Ever. He's a correspondent. He also is the star of his own documentary, Super High Me. This is going to be a regular feature called I Love Movies. Take it away.
Doug hates candy wrappers, screaming baby sticky seeds with 50 acid popcorn kernels in his teeth. There's still not one that he won't see, 'cause Doug loves movies.
Doug, are you there?
Hello.
Hello, Doug Benson. Everyone, welcome Doug Benson to the program. How are you?
Hi,
Hey,
Doug.
hey, everybody.
Hey, Doug.
Where are you calling from, Doug?
I'm calling from outside my hotel in Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado. Now, you just saw the movie Wolverine. You just stepped out of it. Is that correct?
Well, you know, the thing is the movie was about to start. I was watching the trailers, and some dude started coughing, so I got out of there.
What do you mean? You left because a guy was coughing?
Yeah, there was a gentleman coughing in the theater, and
Wait, there was a gentleman caller or a gentleman coughing?
I'm not going to risk getting
Swine flu.
that pig disease just to watch
Hugh
Hugh Jackman run around with his dinner utensils out.
Well, but can you give us a review of Wolverine, even though you
Yeah,
haven't seen it?
I saw Wolverine. I'm just joking around
Oh,
because
okay. That was a funny joke.
now's the time to have fun with the swine flu before
before it's
gets
over.
Really
It's a
serious.
hilarious joke right now. Next week, we won't even be here. Everyone will be dead.
Yeah, well, I'll be gone.
It'll be
How
missed.
funny will it be then?
It'll be
Yeah.
like The Stand.
So I'm
yeah,
really
tell us
psyched about this
Wolverine.
movie. What are the chances that people can masturbate during this movie? What are the
Come on,
opportunities?
Rob. No, come on. Not everything is to masturbate to.
Get,
okay.
You get a few really nice glimpses of Hugh Jackman's insanely hard ass,
Nice.
and there's just constant bloodless mayhem. It's I haven't seen a movie with a higher body count where
With
there's
no blood?
not a single drop of blood.
Well,
is spilled.
it's PG-13. You can't have a lot of blood in a PG-13 movie. Is
yeah.
that right?
Now, without ruining the whole movie, that one shot where he flies off that vehicle up into the air at the helicopter, my one question is
Is that in the movie?
is that in the movie?
It's in the movie, and it's not a spoiler to say that it is because it happens during the opening credits.
Okay,
Oh,
great. So
amazing.
here's my real question. Without ruining the whole movie, does he miss the helicopter or does he grab it?
I bet he misses it. Okay, let's take bets. Hold on. Before Doug answers, what do you?
I think
say
he misses. I think he misses.
I gotta go miss.
Yeah, he missed. Obviously, he missed. Doug,
They
you
wouldn't
don't-
shoot it if he
you don't
caught
e-
it.
Yeah, you don't even have to answer. He misses the helicopter.
Yeah, we know that.
Spoiler alert. So, Doug, any other impressions of the movie that you can give us?
You guys aren't making any sense at all right now.
You're so high
You are
right
so
now.
high.
I can
Yeah,
already
come on.
smell. I smell
much
weed
later.
from Denver.
It's much later in Denver.
All right, Doug, we're gonna have to wrap.
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna have to wrap it up. Any last thoughts? Any last impressions?
Just that there's a character in it that when you start saying to yourself, I hope this character dies soon, your wish comes true almost immediately.
Oh,
Are there any scenes where he makes love to anyone from behind like a wolf?
No,
No. Okay. Well,
no, and they didn't stick that Duran Duran song in there.
Hungry
They
like the
really,
wolf? Or wait, are you talking about the Reflex? Or
Just girls on film.
come on,
just
you
for
have
no
to be
reason.
a little more specific here.
2 minutes later.
All right, Doug. Thanks so much for calling. You're going to call in and give us some movie reviews, hopefully, in the next few weeks. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Awesome. This is Doug Benson from Best Week Ever. You're on Best Week Ever tonight. Is that correct?
Yes, tonight.
I have a lot of correct questions. All right, thanks, Doug. Let's play your outro.
Ooh.
Thanks, Doug.
Bye.
Here we go. There's the outro.
Now it's time for Doug to watch another talkie. Eyes of gold, his viewing prowess makes him cocky. There's no room in his heart for you, 'cause Doug loves movies.
Oh boy, Doug Benson. That was exciting.
that's some real production value with the
Yeah,
music. Like
that
that.
was palpitating. That was actually Hard and Firm playing that song. Chris Hardwick and Mike Furman. Chris Hardwick is at Nerdist on Twitter.
We're plugging everyone's Twitter.
Everyone's Twitter.
Most people listening to this are probably not on Twitter.
Oh, come on. If you're listening to this, you're
Yeah,
probably
they're
on
on-
Twitter.
yeah, they
You're
are.
checking Twitter while
Sure they
you're
are.
listening to this.
Most people listening to this are Chris Hardwick.
It's actually
No,
the majority of the
majority
people.
of the
Are Chris Hardwick.
Yeah.
Just
You're right.
waiting to hear his name.
You're totally
This
right.
is about wrapping it up, guys. I hate to say we don't have time to play.
Wait, we never
That's
got
okay.
to do. We never did anything
Did
funny.
what?
We never
I
got to
know.
do any.
Why didn't?
Well,
Why
wait a-
that's
wait
that
a
should
second,
be
we
the
talked
first
about-
thing we do next
I had
time.
a
is
bunch
something
of
funny.
hilarious
We talked about you
bits.
and Piranha, which was great.
But I had a bunch of hilarious
We're-
characters. I was going to
Yeah.
do this.
Do
really
one.
old-
Okay, what we're
yeah,
gonna
do
do?
one.
Okay. I'm gonna do this one guy. This is just like my favorite character. It's
Okay.
it's a really old guy.
Great.
And he's in space. Okay, hold on.
Old guy in space.
I'm in space.
That was really, really amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I could tell how old he was.
I wrote that last night. It took me forever.
I can, but once you did, the floodgates were just open and it just
makes me
poured
wonder,
out
like,
of you.
did he get old in space? Did we send him
those
up
are
there?
great
Did we like
questions.
forget that he was up there?
Do we have
Major
time?
Tom?
Do we have time to do one more
Yeah, is it like-
relationship question?
Okay,
let's
one
do
more.
it. Are we wrapping up?
Yeah, you can Twitter us your relationship questions every
If
week.
you can't bone on it, throw it away.
Okay.
Burn it. If you can't bone it, burn it.
Or if you can't bone it.
Yeah, that's true.
Literally.
If someone doesn't let you bone them, burn them.
Well, now wait, this might be a little bit extreme.
Yeah, we're going off course.
Okay, here we go.
Time
Here
out.
we go.
went off.
All right,
Okay,
one
here we
more.
go.
One more.
We've gone rogue.
This is Al Unicorn. Al Unicorn. This is a guy. He says, since returning from a trip, my wife has been distant. I asked if things were okay, and she simply said, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, now these are people twittering us their relationship. 140 characters or less.
You can drop the "I don't" out of that when she says that, and the answer is just
no.
go with the no.
Yeah, it's over, right?
If someone says
Yeah.
I don't know, then what they really mean is no.
Well, what obviously
yes.
what's happened to this gentleman is he went on a trip and he came back and
Yeah.
his wife seemed distant. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah, that's obviously what happened. Yes,
Yeah,
You're
we
just,
know
you're
that.
basically
We know
just
that much.
repeating the
we
actual
know that much
Twitter
has
right
happened.
now.
She is having sex.
But here's what I picture
with
her.
who? Who's she having sex with?
I think Raul, that graduate student we were talking about before.
Oh, she could be. I bet she's having sex.
Some graduate student.
I bet she's having sex with like the guy at Whole Foods, like this young checkout dude. Who's
Yeah, he's got tribal tattoos and he's kind of cool.
And he has like body odor, and she's like he makes her feel young. And
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And he has no plan
he
whatsoever.
makes love to her from behind like a wolf.
Like a
He's got a
wolf.
bike. He rides
he rides his bike
He
everywhere.
rides his bike everywhere, but it's not like a 10-speed. He rides like a banana bike.
Some sort of
everywhere.
indie bike.
Yeah. It's some
Well,
kind of bike
I don't know that we're ever going to get to the bottom of this.
I feel like I wanna bone this guy now.
Yeah, really. Hopefully we helped you out. I think we're running out of time, though, so we should wrap it up. Let's play on the George Martin CD, the Sean Connery. This is, to wrap it up today, the Sean Connery track. This is Sean Connery singing the Beatles' In My Life. Kind of a sweet note to end. I want to thank my co-host, first of all, today, Rob Huebel.
Thank you, Scott, for having me.
You can find him at Twitter, at Rob Huebel.
Yep.
I want to thank our special guest, Thomas Lennon. He'll be here at some point. He's at Twitter, at Thomas Lennon.
Can I come back sometime
Yes, please.
Can I be the
once we
co-host one
figure out
time?
what the
Yes.
show is? I want to figure out what the show is and then really do it for real. Yeah,
do
this
it
is
for
like a dress
Next
rehearsal.
time I would like to be the co-host.
Okay, and then Rob can just be the special guest.
And also,
and then
just
he has
to
to curl up in a
just to-
ball for half
to
the
be-
show in the corner.
And to be real specific here for a second, like, do I have a yeast infection? Like, look at this. Like, what is that?
No, we'll take a
No,
look
yeah,
after
you
the
do.
thing.
I'm asking you
No,
guys
no,
to
no,
look at
no.
this.
You have a 5 alarm.
What is that?
Yeah.
This out of how many alarms? 87
Out of 5.
alarms?
No,
Oh,
no,
really?
that's 5 for 5.
Oh my goodness. All right, this has been Comedy Death Ray Radio. We're going to be back next week at noon Pacific until 1. Next week, my guest will be Aziz Ansari from Parks and Rec. And
He's on Human Giant before he was on Parks and
Okay,
Rec.
Human Giant.
What's
as
Human
well.
Giant?
Thanks, everyone. We're going to be back
Oh, it's
next
that state
week.
ripoff.
And here is Sean Connery doing In My Life. We'll see you next week.
There are places I'll remember all my life. Though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments. With lovers and friends, I still can recall. Some are dead, and some are living.